She had every reason to hate him. Every single reason. But she forgave him. And what she built after that moment changed everything. This is her story. Let me tell you about Sarah. At 14 years old, she met him. He was charming. He was kind. He was everything she thought she wanted. But nobody told her that kindness could turn into control. Nobody told her that love could become a cage. Nobody told her that the person who loves you most can be the person who hurts you deepest. For 10 years, Sarah gave him everything. Her time, her dreams, her future, herself. He told her she wasn't smart enough for college. He told her she was too pretty for other jobs. He said she needed him to survive, that she was lost without him. He controlled who she saw, what she wore, how she thought, what she believed. And Sarah believed him. Because when you hear those words every single day for 10 years, you start to believe them. You start to think, maybe he's right. Maybe I am not enough. By 25, Sarah wasn't living anymore. She was just existing. She had a job he approved of, a life he designed, an identity he created. She had friends he allowed, hobbies he permitted, dreams he approved. But inside, she was dying. Every morning she looked in the mirror and saw someone she didn't recognize. Every night she cried herself to sleep. And she thought, is this it? Is my whole life going to be like this? She thought about her future. She thought about her potential. She thought about the girl she was at 14. That girl had dreams. That girl had fire. That girl had hope. What happened to her? Where did she go? But then something happened. It started small. One day, Sarah was at work. Her boss asked her opinion in a meeting. For the first time in 10 years, Sarah spoke. She shared an idea, a real idea, a good idea, a brilliant idea. Her boss loved it. In fact, her boss said, "Sarah, this is exactly what we needed. You're brilliant." And for just one moment, Sarah felt something. She felt alive. She felt worthy. She felt like herself. She felt like that girl from 14. That night, she went home and told him about the meeting. She was excited. She was proud. She wanted him to celebrate with her. But he wasn't happy. He was quiet. And then he said, "You think you're better than me now? You think you don't need me?" He told her she was getting too big for her britches. He told her she was becoming arrogant. He told her she needed to remember who she was without him. That's when something broke inside Sarah. She realized, he doesn't want me to be happy. He never did. He wants me to stay small, to stay dependent, to stay his. He's threatened by my happiness. He's scared of my potential. He's controlling my future because he's afraid I'll leave. And in that moment, Sarah made a choice. She could hate him. She could fight him. She could destroy him. She could spend the next 10 years angry, bitter, resentful. She could let him live rent-free in her head for the rest of her life. Or she could do something harder. She could forgive him. That night was the darkest night of her life. She sat alone in their apartment, the apartment he chose, with the furniture he picked, in the life he designed. And she thought about 10 years. 10 years of giving, of sacrificing, of dying slowly. She thought about all the things she didn't do. The college she didn't attend, the career she didn't pursue, the friends she lost, the dreams she abandoned. And then she made a decision. She wouldn't hate him. She wouldn't fight him. She wouldn't destroy him. She wouldn't spend another decade angry. Instead, she would forgive him, not because what he did was right. It wasn't right. But because holding on to the anger was destroying her more than it ever destroyed him. Anger was the cage he built, and she was still inside. Forgiveness was the key. The next morning, Sarah woke up. She looked at herself in the mirror. She saw a woman who had survived 10 years of control. She saw a woman who was still breathing, still standing, still here. And she said, "I forgive you, but I'm leaving." She wasn't angry. She wasn't bitter. She was just done. She was done waiting for him to change. She was done waiting for him to see her value. She was done being small. She called a lawyer. She packed one bag. She walked out. She didn't take the car. She didn't take the furniture. She didn't take anything he gave her. She took herself. And that was enough. The first month was terrifying. She had no money, no support, no plan, no safety net. She stayed with a friend she hadn't seen in years. She worked as a waitress to pay for a cheap room. She had one outfit. She had her backpack. She had nothing else. But she had something that mattered. She had herself. For the first time in 10 years, she could make her own choices. She could eat what she wanted, sleep when she wanted, think what she wanted. She could be herself. Month 1, she got a tiny apartment, worked 2 jobs, survived on nothing. Month 3, she enrolled in community college. She was terrified. She thought she wasn't smart enough. She thought she was too old, but she went anyway. Month 6, she discovered something shocking. She was smart, really smart, brilliant even. She got perfect grades. Her professors noticed her. She won a scholarship, full ride to a university. Year 1, she graduated with honors. Not just graduated, top of her class. She had job offers, good job offers, from companies that actually valued her. Year 2, she didn't take a job. Instead, she started her own business. Something small. Something she believed in. Something that was entirely hers. Year 3, her business made her first $1 million. Not because she worked harder than everyone else, but because she finally believed she deserved success. Year 5. At 30 years old, Sarah was running a company. She was hiring people, making decisions, leading teams of 50 people. She was giving opportunities to women who reminded her of herself. She was paying them well, treating them with respect, seeing their potential. But most importantly, she was herself again. Not the version he created, her real self, her authentic self, her free self. And that version was unstoppable. But here's what I want you to understand about Sarah's story. It wasn't luck. It wasn't magic. It wasn't destiny. It was one decision. She decided that she would forgive him. Not for him. For her. Because forgiveness is not about the person who hurt you. Forgiveness is about setting yourself free. Sarah spent 10 years in a cage he built. But she spent only one moment deciding to leave it. And that one moment changed everything. She didn't forgive him and go back. She didn't forgive him and stay trapped. She forgave him and became free. Now, maybe you're watching this and you're thinking about someone in your life. Someone who hurt you. Someone who controlled you. Someone who made you feel less than. Someone who is still living in your head. Maybe you're wondering if you can forgive them. And I want to tell you something important. Forgiveness doesn't mean they were right. Forgiveness doesn't mean you go back. Forgiveness doesn't mean you accept what they did. Forgiveness doesn't mean you forget. Forgiveness means you stop letting them live in your head rent-free. Forgiveness means you take your power back. Forgiveness means you become free. Sarah forgave him, but she never went back to him. She learned from what happened. She grew from what happened. And she used what happened to build something amazing. So here's what I want you to do today. If there's someone you need to forgive, forgive them. Not for them, for you. Say it out loud if you need to. I forgive you, but I'm done. I forgive you, but I'm free. I forgive you, and I'm taking my life back. Say it and mean it. And then do what Sarah did. Build your life. Build your dreams. Build your freedom. Learn who you are without them. Discover what you're capable of. Become the person you were meant to be. Because the moment you forgive and let go, that's when your real life starts. That's when you become unstoppable. And if you want more stories like this, stories of women who chose themselves, stories of women who built amazing lives after falling apart, stories of women who forgave, healed, and rose, stories that will remind you of your own strength, then subscribe to She Rose right now. Turn on notifications so you never miss a story. And comment below. Who do you need to forgive? Share with us. Let's build this community together. Because when you say it out loud, it becomes real. The next video comes out next week, and it's about a woman who said one word that changed her entire life. She said no, and everything shifted. Don't miss it. You matter. Your forgiveness matters. Your freedom matters. Your story matters. Welcome to She Rose. Let's rise together.